What's happening, y'all? Sometimes you come back from a fishing trip and you just slay them and you catch a whole mess of fish and you want to have a big old fish fry for your family and all your friends. Sometimes it doesn't work out so well. Sometimes you just have one or two in the bag, but you still want to enjoy it. So today I'm going to show you the simplest and easiest way that I know of to cook up a whole bluegill. It's kind of a little bit of a Cajun style, maybe a little bit of Tex-Mex style, but I'm from North Texas, so it's a natural thing to just kind of mix both of those. But it's nice and easy, and man, it tastes good. So I use my homemade DIY fish scaler to scale this fish. I've got a whole video showing how to make and use one of these things, and I always like doing it in a bowl of water just so I don't fling scales everywhere and make a mess. Keeps it nice and clean. So I use the DIY fish scaler to take all the scales off my bluegill, which is just a type of sunfish or brim, or tons of names for these things, copper belly, whatever you want to call them, just another sunfish. But use that to scale it so it's just the skin, no scales on there, nice and smooth. Then I rinsed it off and patted it dry just so there's not a ton of moisture. So I've got that, I've got a lime. You can use a lemon if you want, but I'm from Texas, we use limes for lots of things. Got some Tony's Creole seasoning and some avocado oil, and of course, a nice cast iron skillet getting nice and hot. So get a little bit of your avocado oil heating up in the pan. You don't need to fill it up. We're not deep frying it. We're just getting a nice crispy sear on that skin. I like to score the fish. Just some gentle cuts that'll help the oil and some of the flavor just sink in past that skin a little bit better. And then just a little bit of Tony's on the outside, and you can kind of just rub that on there. Think of it like a dry rub. You're just getting a gentle coating on the whole outside of the fish. You don't need a ton, but if you like this stuff, it's got a lot of good flavor, put a little bit more. But if you don't like super spicy stuff, just use a little bit. That's about what I like. Now just take your seasoned fish, skin on, put it right in the pan, let it cook in that oil. It's not going to take very long to cook because this is pretty thin, very light meat, and it's going to be nice and crispy. Now of course you can just bread it in cornmeal just like regular fried fish. I like doing it without the breading sometimes. You get that nice crispy skin, you're tasting just the fish, not all the cornmeal. I love fried fish and cornmeal, but this is pretty darn good too.
While that's sizzling, go ahead and slice up your lime. Good fresh lime adds just a little bit of a citrusy kick to the fish.
Looks like we're about ready to flip it here. Ooh, look at that, nice and crispy. This is such a nice, light, flaky, fresh piece of fish. Doesn't take long to cook at all. We're done. So serve it up. And of course, we've got to give it that fresh squeeze of lime. Plate that up with some steamed veggies, and that is a delicious meal that's pretty healthy too. All right, y'all. Got that plated with some nice veggies. Of course, this isn't a fillet, so there are going to be some bones in it, right? But a little fish like this, I don't fillet it because then you waste a lot of the meat. So if you don't mind picking through the bones, this is a great way to do it. But we're going to try our first bite. That is so good. If you love that Tony seasoning, this is delicious. It's got salt, pepper, the citrus from the lime, everything is all in there. So there you go. Next time you go out and you only catch a couple fish, try this. Until next time, stay safe, be free, and never stop seeking adventure.